The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom.
What's going on, everybody? It is David Palmer, the Leo King. What's going on? I thought I would just join everybody in the celebration of Sun and Jupiter today. I know if you've been following me doing this fun astrology video world as long as I've been doing it, every Sun Jupiter, I always look at that as my holiday. I know it might sound crazy. Now, I know I'm a Leo, so yeah, I feel that my best holiday is my birthday. As an astrologer, I think we all, and all people that follow astrology, we look at our big holiday as our birthday. But in astrology, I feel that the greatest holiday is always Sun and Jupiter. And this one's extremely special because, of course, here on November 26th of 2018, we have Jupiter in its home sign of Sagittarius, and the Sun is now conjuncted in Sagittarius to Jupiter. So this is also a stellium because Mercury is retrograding in Sagittarius as well, on top of Jupiter, on top of the Sun. And the Mercury Cassini point, this crossing over of Mercury over the Sun, is happening on top of Jupiter in its home sign. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is because on every Sun Jupiter, I always feel that it's very important to set a huge intention for the vision in your life, for really what the next journey is on. And nothing is more appropriate than being in Sagittarius, about doors opening, about positivity, about really a true sense of really starting to see that there are options, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And Sagittarius is in an interesting space because it is in between the signs of Scorpio and Capricorn, which not saying that they're bad signs, they're just very intense signs. They rule malefic energies. And then you've got this really buoyant, the biggest benefic planet, which is in between in the rulership. But the reason why we do that is because, not because Scorpio or Capricorn is bad, but if you understand the seasons. Now, when we come into fall, that's why Libra is literally the Sun in its fall position, because we are balancing out the season from fall. Then we move into Scorpio, where we realize that the night's getting darker and there's more night than day, and that's the whole idea of death, is that the Sun is dying, as far as not literally, but as far as the vibrations, and we start to see the leaves start to fall off and die. And there's a lot of things associated with the Day of the Dead and a lot of the things with Scorpio and kind of this. We also change the time in Scorpio, right? So we make change, we make dramatic change, we literally see the world actually change to a darker shade. So it's not necessarily bad. And of course, everybody loves Halloween and getting out into some crazy outfits and exposing their true nature. But then we come into Sagittarius, where if you think about if you were living 1,000 years ago, or even a couple thousand years ago, or even just quite up until the last couple hundred years, once you hit Scorpio, it comes after, Libra, where we kind of have to be prepared because things get colder. And especially this is Northern Hemisphere talk. And when we get into Sagittarius, it's your hope that keeps you alive. It's your positivity that keeps you alive because when you come into Capricorn, you start the winter. And just like in Game of Thrones, winter is coming, you know, you gotta have a positive disposit in life, because if you don't, you know, you're gonna go through that winter when things get tough, Capricorn, where you've got to really reserve, because back in the day, you had to reserve your food, you had to reserve, you know, your energy. You know, why do you think bears hibernate during Capricorn? Like, because it's kind of like, well, shit, you know, there's no food around, nothing, hibernate, blah, you know, and you think like, you've got to reserve your vibe. You got to play the game smart. You just don't eat all the food. You know, it's kind of like being in Lost with whatever his name is. I forgot his name, but the bigger guy who eats all the food from the Dharma Initiative at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to do all that right away. You got to have your reserves. So having Jupiter in its home sign, and with the sun on top of Jupiter, this one is extremely important, just for the sheer fact because this is like where the sun likes to be. The sun loves Sagittarius because in solar astrology, really, the sun is in the 5th house, its home of its own vibration. Now, yes, the sun's at home in Leo, but Sag is the ruler of the 5th house for Leo and the sun. So when the sun is what we call it, its, you know, depositor, it's at this awesome place where it loves to be on top of Jupiter at its home space. With all these planets in their home positions, Neptune, right, is in its dignity. Saturn's in its dignity. We're getting ready for Mars, when it leaves Pisces, to come into Aries in its dignity. You know, we've got Jupiter in its dignity. This is the first time that we can really start to see out of the signs, you know, the Sun and Jupiter against this Saturn-Pluto. Because the thing about Pluto and Capricorn is it's adding the intensity of Saturn. That's making Saturn feel very strong in our life. You know, whether you deal with challenges or whether you're dealing with obstacles or having to learn to, you know, be tough, it can be a little difficult. But this is like the parting of the Red Sea, I would like to say. The reason why I'm kind of saying it in that way is because, one, it's a moment where the Sun and Jupiter are, and in today's society, the way to say it would be, in a funny way, are trumping out this Saturn-Pluto for a second, which we have to prepare for next month because we are ready to come into eclipse season next month. The South Node's in Capricorn. Saturn and Pluto are extreme. They haven't been here since the 1500s, 1517, Saturn, Pluto in Capricorn. So to have the Sun and Jupiter conjunct with Mercury retrograde, even though Mercury is in detriment, this is a moment of realizing that you have a lot of options, that we actually, everything's going to be okay. And you have to believe that, and you have to see that. Now, there is a big square to Mars and Pisces, so this is definitely us having to realize, you know, there are parts of ourself that feel insecure. There are parts of ourself that feel really magical in how we identify with, but if we don't believe, if we don't see the options, and if we actually put ourselves into this hole, then going into the beginning of this year is not going to be fun. It is this moment where you have to see that this is a moment where you set this new intention, this new belief that amazing things are possible, that this is a union between our love, our life, and our life force mixing with new ideas and a new introspective into a beautiful new world. And I don't think it's a coincidence on this Sun-Jupiter day, not only with Mercury retrograding over both positions and to have this big stellium, but we have the moon in Cancer in its dignity, crossing over the North Node for the first time in Cancer in almost 2 decades. And this is signifying this emotional part of security that we need to see, that it is emotional security that we are so needing to believe in. Instead of fearing uncomfort, fearing that we're not going to be safe, fearing that this is not a safe world, fearing that you're not going to be okay. This is what this Sun-Jupiter is trying to show you. You can make it. You can get through anything. There is a million possibilities out there. And we can't fall into our own subconscious traps. We can't fall into our own pitfalls of us not believing in ourselves or us getting lost in confusion over situations and things that are just really subconscious triggers, or things that really maybe are that it's time for us to put that down in our life and let go of. This is a shedding. This is a shedding of so many situations in our life that have been going so weird and crazy and detrimental, to let them behind and to step forward into a much more beautiful and more happy life. And that's why I love Sun-Jupiter days, because they literally are, and they only come around, once a year in their actual conjunction. And this is the day where you literally see the world in a different way. You see the new horizon in front of you. And for this being Jupiter in its home sign, it's not one to waste. Now, I know it's hard because of the way that the planets are stacked up right now. It's not easy. With Chiron at the end of Pisces, feeling like there's so many weird issues that are just kind of, still kind of like cockroaches hanging around us in our subconscious, in our weird world. Neptune that just went direct this weekend. This fog and confusion and, a little bit of oversensitivity to this reality, and the confusion between the veil and your hypersensitivity to issues, and Mars that is pounding this issue even more, and it's kind of trying to learn what it can try and remove in our life that is no longer serving us to reach a more magical place. And the square to this is having this new, bigger belief. And with Mercury retrograde, that has been squaring Mars too. When it comes to our communication or overthinking or pushing our mind to these crazy ideas and crazy realities that, to be honest with you, we need to see are beautiful, that there is so many doors, there are so many options, and the universe is trying to show you that everything's going to be great, everything's going to be okay, and more importantly, that you have to not have fear of emotional security being lost. Even if the whole world, the economy, the whatever you want to call it, whatever happens, you're going to be fine. You're going to survive. You're going to find a way. There's amazing people on this earth. There's amazing resources everywhere. And I think because of all this Neptunian stuff and all this Piscean stuff, which does rule this kind of idealization of this imagery of what we think that things look like or are perceived as, Sag tries to tell us for us to do the research a little more. Not just look at the news and go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what's happening and we're fucked. Like, oh my gosh, like if I don't do this in my life because I saw this Netflix thing and and look at the world and I can't believe that, these people did this. I can't believe the right-wingers did this or the left-wingers did this. And we get so caught up in all this like charade. This is about your own personal, loving, and beautiful adventure that is here for you in your life right now. And I just wanted to come here today to send you all my blessing, to send you all my love, and to send you all a message from me directly that things are fine. Things are actually better than fine. And that really, it's about embracing that now. Really, it's about seeing that the past is the past. And yes, there's a lot of past clearing right now with Mars in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, and Chiron retrograde in Pisces. But with this big energy in Sagittarius, and with Venus, which is in Libra and its dignity, we had a lot of planets at home. But it's about to come into opposition to Uranus. And we're going to talk about this on Deep Astrology tomorrow. I just want to let you all know that things are going to be fine. There are still a couple more twists and turns. But at the end of the day, they're all leading to the right place, to a beautiful place. And I thought of, when I did my daily horoscope on Future Life today, it was the parting of the Red Sea. That there is a way to get through obstacles and unimaginable feats in life that you don't think are possible. That they are truly possible. But you have to believe and you have to take on. And you know what? This is not a normal Mercury retrograde. A lot of people say, well, I should wait until I do this because it's Mercury retrograde or da-da-da-da-da. If you know it's something that's opening a door to a more positive place in your life, this is the time for you to do it. This is the time for you to believe it. And with Jupiter in its dignity, and with the sun as this awesome aspect that's empowering it and shining its greatest light even more, and with the Mercury retrograde coming over this stellium aspect, this is a time in our lives to rethink how we've been seeing nothing but turmoil and start to rethink in beauty. Now, my Cyber Monday is ending here in the next 5 hours, and this is what I'm doing for my Cyber Monday. So it's 25% off everything. Readings, my tour videos are already on sale. I put up a little thing because there's no code for that. But everything's now at theleoking.com. Even if you want to get access to futurelife.tv, you can go through there too. Future Life TV, we're giving away, if you're not on Future Life TV, a new 6-month subscription, because this deep astrology show that I do every Tuesdays is going to the Future Life Network.tv, or you can use it on an app as well, but it's all going to that in the next couple of weeks. So I'm offering this huge 25% off incentive for 6-month plans, but everybody who buys anything, whether you buy a MP3 on theleoking.com, whether you buy a reading from me, whether you buy one of my videos or my Jupiter and Sag videos, I'm going to give away this magazine. I'm going to personally sign it, and it doesn't matter how many orders you make. That's a ticket to get in. And I'm going to also print your chart out, put it in the magazine, and I'm going to write a personal thing about your chart, a personal note to you, and it's going to be personalized just for you. So that's what I'm giving away. 5 more hours left of my Cyber Monday sale. Make sure that you check it out now at theleoking.com. All the information's there. It's pretty easy to find it all. You can just click on the store. You can go to different parts. And my Leo King Elite is on sale. So many people just entered the school today. I'm super excited for all these new students to learn astrology, or if you're just an amateur astrologer who just wants to learn more, to know how to run charts or read your own charts or read charts for friends or know how to read your relationship charts. This is definitely a school for you. Or if you really want to get better with progressions or solar arcs or progressed composite charts, or if you want to start to learn how to do a horoscope or learn how to create a horoscope, or how to understand how to make solar horoscopes for all the 12 signs, or to create a business out of it. I even had that whole aspect. That is a whole school with tests, with a certification as well, that I have 25% off an already $900 discount. It's down to like $600 something for all 4 tiers and the certification and everything, and there's about 40 something videos in there. It's crazy. So don't miss out on this Cyber Monday. Cyber King is the code, or if you go to futurelife.tv and you want to get on futurelife.tv, the code is future. It's right there at the top bar. And you have to go to the website, and you can do it on your mobile phone too, mobile web, futurelife.tv, and subscribe for a 6-month subscription for 25% off. It brings it down to, I don't even know, like $3 a month for 6 months, and you pay in one bulk, so it's like, I don't even know. I think it's like $20 or something for 6 months, and you get deep astrology and all my daily videos and my 12 sun sign videos. I do 21 videos a week on there, and I do my daily horoscopes as well. So thank you all so much for the support. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you all for everything. On this Sun Jupiter, my greatest gratitude in the world is you, the viewer. And I really, truly cannot be here. I couldn't have made this magazine without all you, because this has been such a huge thing. I can't even tell you. I truly appreciate it all so much. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Walgreens, or go to your local grocery store. That's where they're at. We sold out online. So even though it says on newsstands now, we're sold out. Well, actually, I'm not. My publisher is. So it's at grocery stores and stuff. That's where the main distribution went. So, but thank you all. This right here, I always thought, what in my life was going to be life-changing? And I always wanted it, after all my reality shows and after doing this life and being the Leo King and all the crazy shit I did in my life, I never realized it would be this that would change my whole perspective on dreams coming true. And it was because of all of you. And I appreciate you all very much. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful Sun-Jupiter day. Enjoy it with loved ones. Appreciate it. There's abundance everywhere if you're willing to see it and believe it and embrace that adventure. I love you all. I'll see you guys all later. Take care.